So in today's video, I'll be showing you how to install and run virtual machines on a Windows host. If you have a Windows laptop or machine, this video is for you. So first you'll have to go to and search for Virtualbox software because that's what uh, is really popular in the Windows host OS to run virtual machines. After you download this, then an installation wizard like this one should pop up, and just accept the license. Click on to next by selecting the default ones, and yes, we want to proceed with the installation. It will just download all the associated programs and dependencies. Just click next. Now you'll see it has installed, and let's just begin exploring the software. And so here we are at the welcome page of VirtualBox software, and this is how it will look when you install it on your machine. And for it to work properly, we also need some ISO files of Windows before we get on to adding the VMs to the computer. So search for Windows 10 evaluation and click on the first link, which will take you to this link. Download the ISO, click here, and then you'll just have to fill this form where you can fill in information like it's valid a@b.com. Yeah, so after filling the form, you'll get to see the editions that you can download. And I'm just going to download here the US version 64-bit. I have already downloaded it, so you just can save the file. And let's move on to see how we can add the downloaded ISO files to this VirtualBox software. So click here on the new button, and it will ask you to put in the name. I'll just put Windows 10 tutorial, and then select the folder where you want to save the VMs it will create. And in the ISO image section, select where you have downloaded the ISO images. It will most probably in your download folders, but I have it saved somewhere else. So I'll just go locate these ISOs. Here I have the Windows 10 ISO, and click open, and it has already detected Microsoft Windows. And then I'll click on the unattended install as I want to fill in the details, so I don't have to go through all those Microsoft sign-in page and all those privacy confirmations. VirtualBox will do it for yourself, and just give your random password that you will remember, and then you can click install in background, and then give it a suitable name. Example Win10, host name, Windows 10 user maybe, and then click finish, and it will just create the VM in the background. And if we did not choose the option to have the unattended install, we would have had to go through all of the manual configurations like selecting the language, your region, and putting in the Microsoft ID, because nowadays Microsoft has mandatorily added it, so you can't use your local user account. But through the unattended install, we can go past that. We can bypass that and directly install the virtual machine. It will take some time as it is installing the virtual machine in the background. So now we are seeing the screen where the Windows will install its features and updates and will automatically reboot to get into the installation again, and you just don't have to do anything here. So if you have ever installed Windows manually, you know the pain of going through all those language settings and region and entering your Microsoft ID. But here what we did was magic. I mean, what VirtualBox did was magic. We just clicked on the unattended install and gave it all the ID and password we had to create for the user. And now we are here just on the home screen, directly skipping all that permissions and asking those questions in the background, sweeping it all under the carpet. And here we are at a fresh install of Windows. I'll explain you what are some features of VirtualBox when you're using it. So let's just go to the virtual machine manager here, and if I right click on it, you can see many options here. Some of them are pause, reset, and stop. So let's click pause here and see what happens. It turns black and white in the preview and also here. So we have paused the VM input and it has just stopped responding to any of our input, and it has paused here. Now let's go back and again resume it. Here we are back again in operation. All right, now you can also do that from here. Take machine and pause, reset, or shut down, and also from the manager. So one more feature before we move forward, I want to explain is snapshots. Let me show you where are snapshots. If you click these three bars here and go to snapshots, you'll see that currently there are no snapshots. And I'm just going to click take, and because it's just freshly installed, and it will take a couple of minutes or even maybe under a minute, and it will create a snapshot of this virtual machine which is freshly installed just now. And after it takes a snapshot, I'll show you an example how the snapshot feature can work for your advantage when you are stuck somewhere. So after I create my fresh install snapshot here, I'll go back to the machine. So take a look at all of these apps. These are the stock apps that come with the fresh install of Windows. And now what I'm going to do is I'll show you by an example. I'll install some third-party apps here, and there will be some desktop shortcut icons of them, and you can see how many apps I installed and what are those apps. And after that, I'm going to show you the functionality of snapshots. So before I move on to install any of those apps, let me show you one thing, because my machine is kind of lagging and it is running really slow. So let me show you one thing how I forgot to do that, but you can do it right now if you have installed it. I'll just power it off anyways, and I'll just go to its settings. And here what we can change is our many options. So first we'll go into the basic one and just check. I'll go into the memory and I'll give it at least 4 gigabytes of memories. It really depends on your computer how much memory you have. If you have 8 gigabytes, you can still give 4 gigabytes to it and it will run fine. And the processor, I have 8 cores here, you can see, and I'll just give it 2. 2 will be fine. Video memory is 128, it is also fine. And then storage is okay, everything else is okay. Now if I started, it will be a little bit better in the performance. So now after changing the hardware settings for the RAM and the video storage and etc., I am seeing significant improvements in the performance of this virtual machine, and I'm running this on the hard disk. I suggest you run the virtual machines on your SSD if you have it available, because it might run more smoothly if you install these VMs on an SSD. Now let's just show you how many apps I have installed. I have installed 3 third-party apps, and I've pinned them to the taskbar to also let you see the effect it will have. I have pinned the OneNote application on the taskbar. And now let's just go to the task manager and disable some startup apps. So we'll click on here, startup. So there is Edge. I'll disable the Edge application, OneDrive application, and that's it. Now, what we can do with snapshots is, let me just shut down this machine. We can shut it down from here, power off. And now what I will do is, in any case, if you have any app installed that has crashed, or if you change some settings, or any malware was sent into your computer, or you have changed anything in the C drive, which is known to be the system drive, you can go back to the snapshots and just click on fresh install, and or whatever the snapshot you have created. Maybe you have created a snapshot just before you were testing an app, or you installed an app. You can go back to that. Just select the snapshot you want to restore and click on restore, and it will take you back to the snapshot you wanted. And now let's just go back and start this machine again with the fresh install state. So the machine has started, and you can see, just look at the list. You'll notice many things. The third-party apps I installed are now gone. The apps I pinned to the taskbar are also gone. And I changed these settings. I removed the search bar from here, and I removed these news and interest. And you can see we are back to the fresh install again. And let me show you the task manager to confirm you that the startup apps would also be likely back on their normal default settings. Go to startup, and let's wait for the apps to appear. So just take a look at this. The OneDrive I disabled earlier in that state is now enabled because this is a fresh install. And let me just show you one more thing. I also went in front of you and changed the settings. I increased the processor count by 1. Here you can see the memory is 2 gigabytes and the processor is 1. This setting I changed literally in front of you. I gave it 2 processors and edited the RAM to be able to use 4 gigabytes, right? So now you can see we are back to the fresh install. So I wanted to show you this feature, and this is really helpful feature if you want to test out anything, any apps, and prevent any data loss that you might have had if you ran any of those virtual machines or testing softwares on your personal device. So that was all for this video, and I'll see you in the next one.